What's up, Silver Stackers? This is Silver Slayer, and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. If you like silver and you want a chance to win some free silver shipped straight to your front doorstep, then click subscribe. Go in the description. That's my entry video. May the luckiest stacker win, because I'm picking 2 winners. So yes, your odds have just doubled. Plus, every single month, I give random ounce of silver away to someone who leaves a comment on one of my videos that I think is deemed worthy of an ounce of silver. A lot of you drop some great knowledge and are so supportive, and I want to reward you for that. So it's 3 different chances you have of winning silver, and like always, may the luckiest stacker win. A lot of fun stuff today, folks. Have you missed the boat buying silver? Unfortunately, most people will. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high. Most people buy high, hope it goes higher. They're going to be buying silver once it's already exploded, while all the hype is being talked about. That's when you should sell. When most people are buying, you should be selling. When most people are selling, you should be buying, right? People panic sell, selling it when it crashes, buy it. People buy it when it's crazy high. You could sell it there and take some profits off the top. Funny how that works, but it's the truth. So we're going to talk about if you've missed the boat and why. I found a great article titled "There is no return to normality," and that's the case for gold and silver. The markets are not normal whatsoever, and they're talking about if they might never be normal again. So I think you can see why I'm so excited to cover this article. Make sure you like the video. Please leave a comment. Even if you just say, "Hey, what's up, Slayer?" It really does help the video out. And also, I got to share the best silver deal online right now. Bullion Max is doing a starter kit. It's a starter kit. If you don't know what that is, it's when a silver company throws out 5 or 10 ounces of some random coins they pick at an extremely silly price. And I mean, it's a silly price because they're giving this deal out at below employee pricing. They're honestly losing money from this deal. They're not making any money. And I know that because I have a URL for this deal, and I asked if I could make some affiliate commission, since I'm promoting it, and they said we can't because we're literally already losing money from it. But they obviously sponsor the Silver Stacking Podcast, and they send me free silver all the time to unbox and keep, so that's cool with me. So shout out to Bullion Max. But if you do want to pick up this starter kit, it comes with a Type 2 Eagle, a 2022 Maple, a 2022 Philharmonic, a 1 ounce Buffalo, and a 1 ounce silver bar for below employee pricing, but it's only 1 per household, and it's a very, very, very limited time deal. They do not last very long, a couple of weeks, and I haven't seen one in years, and I'm not being sarcastic. The last time I saw one was from JM Bullion like 3+ years ago. So make sure you take advantage of that deal. bullionmax.com/silverslayer. They're such a good company. I'm so happy that I work with them. And speaking of that, by the way, I'm going to kind of go into our game called Copper Drop. Now, if you don't know what this is, yes, we do a lot of stuff on this channel. My intros seem like they're massive, but there's just so much stuff I like bringing to the table. I do this game on my channel called Copper Drop. Every video, I pick an ounce of silver from my stack, and I'm going to ask you, is this coin a cop or is it a drop? Cop meaning, yes, you like it, you would buy that, it's a great coin. Or drop meaning, nah, it's not my type, maybe too pricey, or just not my style. So, this video, we're going to pick the Silver Slayer bars. If you guys don't know, I have a 1st and 2nd edition Silver Slayer bar that was made years and years and years ago, probably 2016, 2017. I got the 1st edition Silver Slayer bars made from Erickson Mint. It is just a plain rectangle bar, 1 ounce, mintage of 100. You can see that's the stamping on the back, 3 nines fine. It has Erickson Mint's logo. And this is number 82. On the front, it just says Silver Slayer. These were made so long ago, they're already starting to tone. Like, it seriously, the indents of Silver Slayer are toned inside. That's how long I've had this thing. That's pretty cool. And that shows how long ago they were made. But I also have a 2nd edition. Now, the 2nd edition's a lot cooler. It's a hexagon. It's called the Slayer Hex. Now, my friend A.G. Randall, this is the prototype. This is not the actual minted hex bar. This is a prototype that my friend A.G. Randall sent me because he started pouring silver, and I told him I want a hex bar next, and Erickson Mint pushed the green light on making a second edition because the first edition sold out within an hour because there was only 100. That's still, selling 100 bars and 100 ounces in an hour is not bad. I only had like 5,000 subs back then as well, probably less, but the point is that Erickson Mint wanted to do another one, and we did a mintage cap of 250. So we did a Slayer Hex, and this was the prototype. So you see the fire flame, my like emblem, and then on the outside it says Silver Slayer. And this is, and by the way, it's cool because A.G. Randall like stamped his own stamp as well. You can see right there the little it's like a little saint symbol, and 3 9's fine and all that. But this is what Erickson Mint came up with. It's the Slayer Hex. This thing is so cool. It's 1 ounce. They just, as you can see, they thinned it down, and it's just more chunky. It's very thick. This one's very thin. This bad boy has some meat to it, and it's just such a clean design. I love this thing. Sold out, 250 sold out within a day. But the point is, I want my 3rd edition Silver Slayer bars to come out soon. And Bullion Max, the first 2 were Erickson Mint. Bullion Max is going to try to work with me on getting the 3rd edition out. And the 3rd edition, not going to be like this. These are 1 ounce bars. I'm trying to get a 4 ounce Kit Kat bar done, which would be sick. If you've seen my last video I posted, in the beginning I showed the 4 ounce bar and actually what the prototype would look like if you want a better idea. But yeah, I'm excited. Would you get those? Are these a copper or a drop? Let me know. And what should the mintage look like? I mean, I sold 250 ounces of these in a day, and that was back years and years and years ago when I didn't even have a 1/10 of as many subscribers as I do now. So we might have to boost the boost the mintage numbers up a bit. But anyways, I know that was a long intro. If you're still here, thank you so much. A lot of people probably clicked off by now telling me to shut up, but we got some work to do. There's no return to normality. The case for gold and silver. Now, rereading this, I can also see what they meant. It's not just the precious metals prices aren't going to be normal, the markets, but nothing is going back to normal, and that's also going to affect the prices. So it's talking about the Federal Reserve did it on March 16th, 2022. It raised interest rate by 0.25%, and that's bringing the federal fund rates to a range between 0.25 to 0.5%. And in addition, the Fed indicated that it would continue to raise interest rates in the months to come. Does this mean that the Fed is really ending the ultra-loose, rather inflationary monetary policy? Unfortunately, quite some doubts remain. And there's going to be a lot of speculation. You're about to see precious metals on a roller coaster. I mean, they already are. If you want to cover, this is the 1 month chart right now. But I mean, if you could step back a little bit and look at the bigger picture, it is gradually going up. But like, look at the 1 week or the 1 month or the one, like there is so much. And these might not look like much changes, but if you look at the actual pricing, $23 to $27, those are some big dips and rises. For something like silver, this is very volatile. It might not look like much, but when you look at the price gap between the numbers, it's actually, there's a lot of volatility right now. So anyways, with consumer goods good price inflation skyrocketing in February, the U.S. CPI was up and closed 8% against the last year. Fed must send a signal of confidence to the general public if it does not want to lose its credibility altogether. And that just shows, the dollar's only as strong as people think it is. If people start to think the dollar's not strong, it literally isn't strong because it's not backed by anything. It's not backed by this stuff anymore. Right? It really isn't. And that's such a dangerous concept since the U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency. The situation, not the new situation, but the situation exposed how broke we really are. I mean, we're $30 trillion in debt, throwing out trillions for all this stuff and stimulus. We're in a very, very, very bad spot. And that's something else I think a lot of people overlook when you're talking about silver pricing alongside with the shortage. But just basically, though, things can't get any better. We can't fix this. We're too deep in a hole. We're trying to get ourselves out of debt by replacing it with more debt. That's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. It doesn't work. It's going to catch up. And the only thing at the end of the day that's going to be worth anything of value is this. They already actually covered, Federal Chairman Jerome Powell talked about another currency replacing the dollar or being as tradable and exchangeable as seen as equal to the dollar, which I think would be something along a cryptocurrency version. I don't think the gold and silver standard could come back. Gold standard got rid in 1971. Silver standard about 100 years earlier to the day. Not to the day literally, but about 100 years earlier. And that I don't think is realistic anymore. But I could see maybe like gold-backed crypto or something along those lines being something, because there still has to be some type of value. Now, I don't know. That would be a rough draft. That's a whole separate video. But regardless, a lot is going to change. And like the article said, we're not going back to normality. So, have you missed the boat? Well, the answer is, in my opinion, you're about to if you don't hop on board now. Now, I'm not saying go dump all your savings into precious metals right now because the price is about to explode tomorrow. No. And if anyone tells you that, or if you feel that way, take a step back. You got some time. But I don't mean time as in, 5 years, I'll just, I'll wait. No, it's not like that. But it's also not 5 days or 5 weeks, like some people think. When I started, honestly, I thought that I was spending 75% of my paychecks on silver because I thought like tomorrow it's going to explode to $100. I'm about to miss out and lose out on all this money. I got to get it now. And I think partially was the influence from watching like big YouTube channels like Silver Slack or unboxing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in silver like every other day. And that made me want that. So you also got to stack within your realistic life. I mean, I was working a minimum wage job back then. I couldn't afford to spend 75% of my paychecks on silver. So the point is that you do have time. If you just want to buy 1 ounce a week or 1 ounce a month, that will still add up over time. You still have time. I'm not talking about silver exploding until 2025, 2026, when we're really going to see some high prices, triple digits. So in the meantime, don't feel like you have to spend all this money right now, because no, it's not going to skyrocket to $100 next year. And if it does, that's extremely dangerous and it won't last there because that's extreme overbought territory and it would collapse and take years for it to cover, just like Bitcoin. In 2016, it went from like $1,500 to $15,000, literally, and within like 6 months. I remember because I started stacking Bitcoin or buying Bitcoin around 1,100. And I remember when it went to 16,000, I made so much money that year, like $100,000 that year. But the point is that it went so high, so fast that when it crashed, it took until like last year for it to recover. That was in 2017. So it took 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 with Bitcoin all in like the $5,000 range when it was up to 17,000. That's what we don't want to happen with silver. It has to go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little more, down a little more. Then it builds stability at those prices. But if it just goes way up all of a sudden, there's no stable pricing right here. So when it crashes, it's going to drop, and sometimes even lower than when it even started. So, you just got to be careful, and be careful what you wish for. If you wish for higher pricing, that might come, but do you want higher prices right now? Or do you just need that confirmation that it can go higher? If you're someone who gets happy when the price of silver goes up right now, and then you start buying a whole bunch of it, that means you need confirmation. You need something to validate that it can. That means you don't have faith in it itself. I don't need to see the price go up for me to know it's going to go higher, or that it can, or that it will. I already know it will. I want the price to go down so I can buy it for cheaper, lower my dollar per ounce average, add more ounces to my stack, and then in 10, 15 years, I know it's going to be a lot higher by then. So why in the world would I want the price to go up right now? The only reason I would want that is if I'm going to sell, and I'm not selling anytime soon. So it's silly to think that people like almost cheer and feel better buying it. In a lot of sites, they'll tell you, if the price starts going up, get into silver. It's like, why are you telling people to buy high? Hope it goes higher. You're supposed to buy the dips and sell the tops, not buy the tops and hope for higher tops. That's gambling. But anyways, yeah. Um, this is a really, I guess, interesting time right now. And like in my last video, I was saying I'm kind of just keeping a watchful eye and trying to learn on what's now affecting the price of silver because things do change. So this part right here, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and the economic, political, and military fallout could have most likely work in favor of central banks, allowing them to let price inflation continue longer. And that said, a further devaluation of the purchasing power of the dollar euro is likely to be expected, which would push silver higher. So in this context, it should be by no means be overlooked that that inflation brings not only economic problems but also political unrest, and that also encourages the price of silver. Right? People turn to precious metals or safe havens when they are looking towards economic uncertainty. That's why it's called a safe haven. It's a hedge against inflation as the dollar is collapsing. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. I post daily videos. Have you missed the boat? No, but you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait too long. All right, you still got to start getting in now because there's going to be one day in the future where you're going to wish you could go back in time and pay $25 for an ounce of silver. I can guarantee you that. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Really hope you subscribe and engage. Please comment. I love reading your comments. And I really just want the Silver Stack community to flood through YouTube. I don't want it to be as small as it is. I want someday for it to be mainstream, and lots of silver stacking channels have silver play buttons with 100,000+ subscribers. Right now, that's few and far from, but I really want people to know that there is an alternative to the worthless dollar that's burning away their bank account. So yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.